What's up, baby dolls? Thanks for tuning into the Look What We Found podcast. My name is Daniel, and I am here with
Lui,
Jazmin,
and welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.
We got a fun little game we're going to play really quick, and I hope really bad someone cues the music right about now. Here we go, everyone. We're going to play a little game with Lui and Jazmin. The game is called How Fast Can You Play This Little Game That My Son Does? All right, so Lui has a little prop he's going to pick up. Why don't you just go ahead and show him the side that's pointed to Jazmin?
That's pointed
right,
to Jazmin.
It has the farm animals on it.
Okay.
And what I'd like, Jazmin, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Can you move the cow up to where the horse is, Lui?
Can I move the cow up to where the horse
Okay,
is?
so the game is going to be, I'm going to time you, and you're going to try to put those little farm animals in the space that they're supposed to be in.
Okay.
The sheep is supposed to go where the sheep is. Can you see where they're supposed to go?
Yes. So here is the sheep.
That's the sheep.
And
He's
it'll
supposed to go
here,
next to the sheep.
And then the chicken will go up here. So basically swap. And we got the horse here. And the cow needs to go here and swap over here.
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly. And you guys are going to go head to head.
Oh, okay.
Who can do it faster? And it's going to be the battle of the sexes and the battle of the couple. Who's the smart one in the relationship?
What are we both equally stupid?
Now, by the way, the only reason I brought this was because I was sitting there playing with Eli, and I was like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Honestly, I figured. I was like, yeah.
We need to bring this on the show because it was harder than it took me a second. Now, I was doing it wrong when I was doing it, so I just wanted to see, if you can figure it out faster than I can. Here we go. 5, 4, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is what happened to me. 10.
Oh, really?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, good, 16, 17, 18, looks like he's got the sheep, 19, 20, 21, 22, and he gets it in 23 seconds, 23 seconds,
okay.
Not bad,
I don't know
bad,
if that's a
bad.
good score or a bad score.
I think it was faster than I did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I came in with the strategy, and it was like, well, this is going to be easy. When I lift this up, and then I'm going to hold it, and then do the rest of them. Trick, fucking move.
Right.
It doesn't allow you to do that.
But you don't want to give her too much. You know what I mean?
My bad. Sorry.
So, okay, reset the board.
I'll reset the board.
Yeah, reset the board. So I like the
opposites.
Yeah.
And just for everyone listening at home, do you guys want to describe exactly what it is we're doing?
Idea. What we're doing.
I'm like, sorry, everyone.
What we're doing is you should be watching the show on YouTube because we're a visual show now.
Especially this one.
But what we're doing is there's like a children's game here, and there's these 4 farm animals with these buttons on a track, I guess. And you have to put them in their allotted spot. And right now, Louie's mixing up the animals so they're div space. But it's hard. It's hard to do. And he's having a little trouble.
I'm having trouble putting them back where...
Oh, here. Give me the board. I can do it.
He's an expert.
I practiced before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
To make sure it's like, if they make me do it, I got to be able to do it fast.
Yeah. Well, if you just arrange
Don't watch me do it.
Okay, I won't. Yeah, because I'm already at 23 seconds. Now, was that as you do that? I'm assuming that's the hardest one to do, right? Otherwise...
Yeah, because there's like a clock on there, and I think that one... You know what, though? I did read like a while back that kids in school now are having a hard time knowing what like analog clocks, how to read an analog clock, because now they have the digital ones,
Oh, right.
Now... Would you say that you want your child to know both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like even like cursive, right? Like people don't teach that anymore.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. I'll hold it this way once again. There it is. There it
And
is.
Jasmine's going to
Oh.
start.
So that's
I just
The
want you to make
famous
sure
sheep.
you see where they're supposed to go and which animal is which, because they don't look exactly the same. They don't look exactly the same.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
a little bit different.
yeah, they do. What the hell is that? Is that a donkey or is
I
that?
think it's a horse.
That is a terrible horse.
One's a horse, one's a donkey, right?
Yes.
And they're
Yeah.
also different colors.
For
right
sure.
Here. Make it
Right,
the same
right.
color.
They are. That
You're
one's the
confusing the
trickiest
baby.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, ready and go. 1, 2, 3, 4 went down. 5, 6, 7, 8. She's hitting the traffic jam. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I feel like it's close. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26,
Guys
27,
rule. Girls drool.
29.
Oh, I'm done.
30.
I'm done.
Done.
That's it?
Yeah, she
All
did
right,
it.
30 seconds. Not bad.
Yeah. So boys drool, right?
No, I got 23.
He won.
Oh, I thought 33.
Yeah.
No, 23.
They drool again.
They keep drooling.
Yes, you guys can play kids' toys better than us.
Yes, we
No,
can.
well,
Yes, we
to
can.
be fair, I think what was happening with Jasmine, it was the same thing that was happening to me. Is
Right.
that
And
you
why don't you
think,
show it? Why don't you show it right here?
Yeah. So
'Cause-
you, my idea was like, look, I'll move things out of the way. When you look at it this way,
On the track, you mean?
but then yes, to even share the same track. So I was like, okay,
But
so
here's
if
where the cow, you think, okay, I could sneak it past. See where he's at right there?
Mhm.
You think I could sneak it past there. There's 2 in there. Now he goes to move it. You're
and it gets
blocked.
stuck right there, dude.
And you have to rethink your
Yeah.
whole strategy.
Exactly.
Right?
That's exactly right. So that's what was happening to me. I couldn't see what was happening to Jazz, but I'm assuming it was the same exact thing.
yeah, they just get stuck and you don't realize that they're not going to fit.
Here,
All right, that's that.
That's that. All right. So,
That's what I do during the day.
Yeah.
are you ever scared, by the way? Because this is something that I kind of it goes through my mind sometimes. If I were to have kids, just for your son or daughter to just realize how not smart you are.
Because they're smarter than me, or just because they ended up stupid?
Well, because maybe
Yeah,
you're
like-
doing the third grade homework and you kind of fucking.
Oh, just forgetting
You're
all
like,
of that
"Ooh,
stuff.
I don't know if I know the answer to this.
Oh,
Now,
am I okay?
in our nowadays, like I think it'll be much easier to find the answer, right, with the internet and all kinds of things.
Well, I hear like they do the math very, very different than how we did the math. Like, have you heard
Yeah,
that? Like,
yeah.
There's weird triangle. Like, I mean, it's bizarre
Yeah.
the way they figure out. So, like with Mariano, he can't help his kids with the math homework because he's like, I don't know how to do it
In that way, right?
That way, I only
Yeah.
know how to do it the way we learn.
Yeah.
You know.
So they're doing math differently.
They
Yeah.
are, though.
The way
Okay.
you show your work is much different than,
show your
than the
work,
way
huh?
they figured it out. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you cross the numbers, like you do the left one, and you do it with the right one, and then if you add it in a triangle formation, it turns out to be 2, and it's just like 1 plus
it's
1 is
wild,
2.
you
Yeah,
know?
it's weird.
And kids know that they have the tools that they need to figure it out. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been over there and they've been like, Alexa, what's 9 times 5? You know?
Yeah.
And they ask Alexa, and
Whoa.
she just
Yeah, of
tells
course.
them, you know.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
So
Yeah.
how are you going to take it serious? You know,
Yeah, the only way to really test these kids now, I think,
is that game right there.
Is that fucking
That's
game.
it.
Yes.
That's the IQ test. For
Yeah.
these
Otherwise,
kids, man.
you're getting held back a grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it is. But let me show you guys a picture. I thought this was really funny. Now, right there, what you're seeing there is a man that used to be fair skinned, according to this article, and a redhead. Okay. So let me. And he's dressed like a woodshop teacher.
It's this guy. This guy looks like a big white farmer, right?
Yes. His name is Paul Carson, who suffered from a range of conditions, including dermatitis, consumed a silver compound mix in efforts to stop his skin from flaking. So he's self-medicated.
Was it colloidal silver?
Exactly.
Yeah, it was like he said that there was like silver or something, right?
Yes. So, according to an episode of the Inside Edition from 2008, this Washington native also started rubbing a mixture onto his skin, causing him to experience argyria, a rare medical syndrome caused by silver poisoning to the dietary supplements. So,
was he injecting or doing it intravenously? Do you know? Is that why?
Well, it says that he was rubbing it on his skin.
Is that
so
why
it's topical? I mean,
that's how it turned.
I think so. Yes. So it says here, Paul, who became known as the Blue Man and Papa Smurf, as a result of
he looks like
blue.
The Purple Man, though, right?
He does look more of a purple color, and you can tell because his shirt is blue.
He looks decayed too. Like he looks like he's going bad.
Yeah.
If you guys are just listening, first off, get it together and go on YouTube already. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And imagine you wrap a string around your thumb.
That's
really
a good.
tight.
That is a good
That's
one.
a good
That's
for about 3 days.
Right.
And now, just picture the color on your thumb, that's how this guy's face
But
looks.
instead of wrapping it around your thumb,
Yeah.
you tie it around your neck.
Even better.
And that's
Even
the
better.
same color.
Yeah.
That's what this guy looks like.
Hang yourself.
Yeah.
Ask somebody to come back 3
Take a
days
picture.
later, and you'll look the same way this guy does. But anyways, he mentioned that he didn't even notice he was turning blue until his friend came over one time and told him, "Hey, what the fuck's up with your blue skin?"
I mean,
How do you not notice, dude?
he doesn't look in the mirror, you think, or like what?
Maybe it was super gradual.
Yeah, I think it was gradual. So I think
Still, though, right?
Yeah, it's still. But I think when his friend told him, it was probably the beginning stages of like, you're looking kind of sick or something. Something's off with your tone. But
do you know if his kidneys still work? Because I actually know a guy who did this. I think it was colloidal silver, and I think it was because that's the thing about supplements and the internet, and people swear by this stuff, and you can actually buy it and you can drink it, and there's no regulation on supplements at all.
That's exactly right. He heard about this product on TV or online, and it was supposed to help with rejuvenation or something like that, and he just kind of gave it a try, and look what happens.
Yeah, and
you never know, man.
You can label it. I mean, it's scary. We could put anything in a capsule. Me and you guys, we could be like, hey, let's sell, booty juice, and we'd say this is, or we couldn't say organic, but we could say 100% natural booty juice.
Yeah.
You know what? Someone could sue us if they found out, but no one's checking it. There's no lab tests.
Jazmin.
Like all those detox.
Jazmin would definitely, because she got mad over the
Buffalo Wild Wings.
The boneless wings not being.
Yeah.
Jazmin would sue us.
It's not giving me booty, and I've been drinking it for years. Still flat.
No, I mean, this guy was definitely the type of guy that would have bought that a pill that grants you a wish on the dark web,
Oh, yeah.
For sure. But he seems like a sweet old man, and he said that he would get called all kinds of things. But if it was a kid calling him Papa Smurf or something like that, he wouldn't mind. But if it was a grown up, he'd throw those blue hands at you. That's for sure.
That's some fighting words.
Yeah.
My mom, one of my mom's friends, did this. And he blew out his kidneys. He's on dialysis now.
Oh, man. Because of the supplement?
It was the colloidal silver, but I believe he did it intravenously by some quack guy that said it had all these health benefits,
Well, didn't silver, before they used it instead of penicillin?
Yeah, I mean, it does
that?
have a lot of healing properties, but of course you have to take into account the route, and the poison is in the dose, right? That's
not over
right?
the time, I'm assuming, right? How often?
And maybe you don't, put it in your veins, I don't know. I don't know much about it, but you really have to be careful with that kind of stuff.
Well, that's crazy, because even all of those, anything that's diet stuff, right? Like those fit teas and all that shit.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what the hell is in there. People don't read labels or ingredients for stuff.
Right. Or those diet pills that became illegal eventually because they were speed,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I remember taking, and I think I was talking to Jazmin about this, that there was a time at the gym when I was still, I think, probably an active fighter, that somebody was taking Jack 3D. I don't know if you ever heard about
Jack 3D?
Yes, sir.
We got to get some of that.
Yeah, I don't think it exists anymore. Only in the dark web. But I'm serious. They had to discontinue it. And then I think I saw years later, Anthony, our mutual friend who's been a guest host on this, I think he said something to me and somebody else did.
For sure, Anthony was drinking Jack 3D for breakfast, right?
He wasn't the only one, but yes. He
was one of them.
Yes, he was definitely one of them. And he told me about it. Other people were taking it at the gym, and I was like, I'm running twice a day, cutting weight, whatever. And then I was like, fuck, whatever I need, Yeah. But it didn't didn't do anything for me. It didn't. And then I got rid of it and I gave it to another friend. And then he was like, dude, what the fuck did you give me?
What was it supposed to do?
It was like a pre-workout.
Like creatine and like...
I don't remember what it had because much like what Jazmin said, fucking 22-year-old me was not really into reading the ingredients on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just felt like it didn't give me anything. I was like, I don't feel anything. And I tried it maybe twice, luckily. And then I gave it to a really good friend of mine, also luckily. And then he said, dude, what the fuck? And he was telling me like, like I feel
He's
really...
like, my boner.
Yeah, like I fucking really wired.
Jack off 3D.
Yeah. Jack off 3D. And then later, years later, I think I saw it on HBO. They were talking on Real Sports. And it was one of the ones they brought up. That was like, it killed a couple of people. And it wasn't the only one, but it was one of them. I was like, whoa. I'm glad I stopped taking it, man.
I got on this one called Spark, which is it wasn't like a pre-workout. It was like, it was supposed to be a coffee replacement and it didn't have sugar on it. And this girl I was dating was taking it. She's like, oh, you should try Spark. I think you might like it. And I was like, I think I might too. So I took it one morning. It was just like a scoop. It had this orange flavor to it. And I felt so good, dude.
Whoa.
I felt like I was like... And I worked really early at the time. I had to be at this place at like 5:30 in the morning, and I was like singing on the way to work. Yeah. And I haven't felt that good on a legal substance ever in my life. And I was like, what the fuck is this stuff, right?
Yeah.
It was called Spark, and they still sell it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, where did my Spark go?
It's still legal. You guys can order on Amazon if you want, but be careful of this cautionary tale because the way it happened was I was on one scoop. Before I knew it, I was on a scoop and a half.
Oh no! Next thing you know,
I'm sneaking in 2 scoops, and I'm like, I need my fucking Spark, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And like, this shit's like $60-$70.
Whoa!
And I'm like running out, and I'm like looking on Amazon, like, no, I need it.
Yeah.
And before you know it, I started feeling kind of weird on it. It kind of started making me like mute. I wasn't talking as much.
Oh.
And before you know it, dude.
You were just kind of...
Dude, I was just like a speed hit. I was like a fucking meth head or something,
I'm going to look it up.
And I cut it off. And I one day I was like, dude, I can't be drinking this shit no more. Obviously,
It killed your Spark.
I think not everybody
Sounds
has...
like it killed
gave
your
me
Spark.
one, and then eventually
Yeah.
the Spark put out the spark in me, like Jazmin said.
Oh, man. It looks like... marketed.
It's marketed
very feminine
to women for
I'm
sure.
like, it's very feminine looking. Purples, pinks.
Dude,
and it's expensive, huh?
Dude, it was how much is that tub? $60
for 10 ounces.
Yeah, and you'll pay it because you're addicted.
Can you read some of the reviews,
man?
Oh, look, they put a guy on it and then a woman throwing the stroller.
Oh, she's had enough of that fucking baby.
With the baby in it, she's probably...
Yeah, that's how she,
She's probably squatting with the stroller and the baby. And
oh,
you
yeah.
have a lot of
look
energy.
At some of the reviews?
I would say if you don't have like a super addictive personality, try a scoop and just call me and let me know what happens.
Okay, I have some reviews here.
Okay,
straight from the source. This is from Monica, and she's a verified purchaser. So, 5 stars. I live off these energy drinks. It gives you mental focus with a boost of energy. Highly recommend. Okay. So she recommends it.
That was at the beginning.
Yeah, I want to look at a bad one. Let's see.
Started selling my body. That's where I was at,
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm performing oral sex in the restroom now just to make ends meet.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of people really like it.
Is there any negative
I
ones?
really liked it too. I
don't need a nap. This is titled.
Dude.
This is my favorite flavor.
Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, maybe I'll try it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
honestly, at the beginning of your story, I was like, I can't wait to
I
look
feel
that
like we
shit
should
up.
buy one collectively and do it right
Just
before the show.
keep it in the safe, dude. No,
Yeah.
you won't be able to sleep. You got to take it in the morning.
Yeah,
It does say, because it says, I don't need a nap. This is
No.
my favorite flavor, and the only thing that I can drink around 3-ish and not want to crash and go to sleep at 7 every night. I choose this over sugar-free Red Bulls now.
I believe in the diet plan, you could take it a second one at around 3 or something. And of course, I believe it suppresses your appetite.
Did you lose weight on it? I'm assuming you probably didn't notice.
Who knows, man?
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
I
huh?
would just do my job really good, and I was
Yeah.
like
Just
super
put it in my
horny
mouth.
all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not really lots of bad reviews, except for one. Expensive. Too expensive.
It is, man. But
That's
I'm
pretty much
telling you,
it.
it's so,
I say
you
we
feel so
check out
good
Spark.
that you won't mind paying that price for it. Get it. You might not end up like me. It's just
Yeah.
you don't get that same effect. So get the desired effect. You have to do a little more and a little more, a little more.
Yeah,
you
we're going
know?
to be like, give me the spark, man.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man.
But anyways,
Well, okay. Well, on my end, since we started the show with like, you know, a kid's game that I
Mhm.
lost, I think it's fitting for me to
Oh.
do a story
yeah.
about kids. So, Daniel, now that you're a new parent and talking about shit that's expensive, you know,
Yeah.
obviously you're not buying Spark as often,
Mm-mm.
and you know, so like, are you concerned? Did you have to like modify your expenses or like budget or like what was the change with you there? Like,
Not yet because he's not expensive yet.
oh, really?
Okay.
You know, like because the baby shower was so big. I think the startup costs are a lot. You
Mhm.
know, so like stroller, crib,
Mhm.
bassinet. You know, like those expensive items were
Taken care
given
of.
to us. You
Yeah.
know, and then we had diapers for like the first 3 or 4 months. And Amber, luckily, she's still breastfeeding, so free food right up
Nice.
until he has to
Yeah,
eat
yeah, yeah.
solid. So not really, but
Okay.
I can see it now. I can see it coming up.
Oh,
you know,
gotcha. So, what about baby fashion? Is that something that that you and Amber have talked about?
like how we're gonna style this baby.
yeah.
No,
I'm
It's like
curious about
insane.
this because I've said that these words have came out of my mouth. I was like, if we have a baby, my baby's looking good.
Facts.
yeah.
I said that shit.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, they're going to have whatever it is, dude. It's going to be fashionable like daddy.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
And
she's
she's
a
like,
baby, and he's like, you're telling me you don't want our baby to look good? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I
she's
guess.
dating a gay man. But but I've sincerely thought about
I
this.
believe it because you're a fashionista.
Fashionista.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, anyways, continue.
Yeah, so my story today is about a mom from the UK, and she makes about $180 a week. So it's fairly modest, but for her, it's more important to have her baby be dressed to the T and dressed to the nine in fashion designer clothes instead of buying good quality groceries for herself.
Okay,
So
I believe it.
Yeah.
yeah, so a mom who makes $180 a week and only eats instant noodles for dinner to save money buys designer clothes for her 7-month-old daughter. So her name is Carissa Spark. She's from Dorset in Southwest England. And her priorities lie in dressing her daughter, Lavinia, to the nines rather than buying groceries for herself. So she says she basically just has ramen noodles every week.
And I would say, just looking at the picture that Jazmin brought up, you would think this woman makes at least $5,000 a week.
Yeah, it's the stroller. The stroller's like literal carriage.
The stroller and the baby's like in a wedding dress.
Yeah.
The stroller.
But is that the dress hanging out of the side
That's
of the stroller?
dress.
Oh
or
my
it's a
God.
really fancy blanket.
Right.
Whatever it is, it's way too much.
Look at that stroller, man.
That stroller looks like it was worth a lot back in 1926, right?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like
It looks vintage.
It looks like they found it and they refurbished it, but it's probably like expensive. Like if you got like an old, I don't know, Mustang from the 67 or something.
It looks like
you know?
she's gonna
Yeah,
go
yeah.
into one of those old Mercedes that also are like cabs, right.
It looks like Mary Poppins is the Queen of England, and they had a baby, and it's in that stroller.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and not only do they buy her designer clothes, she buys her like jewelry. Like bling is important for her. to buy the baby. She says it's more important. She'd rather that she gets the finer things in life than feed herself the finer things in life.
The only time we really try to dress Eli really nice is if my brother's baby is in town.
Then it's a
competition baby.
Because they dress him so good.
He does dress fancy. I saw him at
we saw him at your birthday party.
Dude, I wish I could show you some of these outfits. I don't know where they get these clothes.
Yeah, me neither.
This guy, they dress him like he's from another world or something like that.
He looked like he was from Cuba last time I saw him.
He was wearing little
He's very cute.
Oh, yeah.
He was really cute, though.
Yeah, they
super cute. I lifted him because we were playing volleyball, and I wanted him to spike it. And very heavy baby, but not big, which I didn't get.
Yeah, so
Mess.
he came in town like a month ago or something like that, and I told Amber, I was like, look, Joaquin's going to be there, man. We need to like make sure that he's dressed really well. So for that day, he was dressed really nicely. But other than that,
I mean, and like I have friends too where it's like their babies, they're buying them Jordans and they're buying them freaking like Docs and stuff like that. And those are like $90 for baby shoes, $80. It's like it's less than the $100.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's a baby for like a month-old baby.
Yeah, we don't even put shoes on him yet.
Yeah, see, they don't need shoes
because he doesn't walk.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, so
I don't know. Listen,
everyone has their priorities. It's just me and Amber don't dress that well.
Yeah.
How are we gonna pass that on to the baby if we don't even do it? You know?
I don't think you guys dress bad either.
Amber
like you don't look
dresses
homeless.
well.
You don't think Amber dresses bad?
No.
No.
Well, okay. It doesn't. No, hold on.
Okay, yeah.
I know,
What I'm saying it when you're on like at home doing mommy duties doesn't count as dressing bad.
Right. No.
Whoa, did
What
you
is
guys
that?
hear that? I thought
Is
it was a train.
raining right now?
Yeah.
I think it's hail, dude.
Dude, I thought it was a train, no lie.
Oh my
And we're
goodness.
in a studio, y'all.
For now, if we don't finish this episode,
Well,
guys-
now it's
thanks for
Halloween.
watching.
It's the Halloween episode.
It's the early Halloween.
Yeah.
If you guys they can hear it. I can hear it on.
there's
Yeah,
no
for
way they
sure.
can.
That's the rain.
Yeah.
We're in Los Angeles. It's been raining for like a month.
Yeah.
It's never rained this much.
No, it's like 3 days out of the week.
Dude, the reservoir, all of the dams in the reservoir, they're like up to the street.
We just saw it
And
right
I was
now.
like, there was nothing
Coming
in
down the
there.
605, you're like,
yeah.
I didn't even know water was supposed to be
Be there. No.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Yeah.
it is a dam. I forgot.
It is
You're
a
like,
dam.
God damn.
Yeah.
That one made you laugh, dude. That one made you laugh.
Forcefully.
Well,
Yeah.
eh.
But anyways,
Well.
no, I don't think you guys dress bad.
Okay.
I don't. I mean, I don't think it's fair to say you guys are dressing bad if you guys aren't going out because you're taking care of the baby is what I'm saying.
But and it's like, think about how crazy important it has to be for you. Like, she forgoes rent sometimes to buy her.
That's extreme. I'm not saying that I would go that far, but I do think I would put more thought into the kids' clothing than you. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't,
Her cousin the other day came up to us and she was like, "Hey, you guys want you want these shoes for Sage? We have a whole box and we got Jordans, we got blah blah blah, and we'll give them to you. Just give them back because they're nice shoes. You want to keep giving them back." And then we were in the kitchen the other day. I was like, "Babe, imagine Eli had Jordans," and she's like, "Oh."
So was that in a way like never?
Because like we would never buy him Jordans.
I
you
would
know?
totally.
I'm like, he would totally buy it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'd buy him Jordans, the Docs, everything, dude.
Look,
Maybe when he's older.
When he's old, yes. I think I'm in the wrong also.
as a
Because that's
baby-
not how I grew up, you know? I grew up with modest means, and they're like, hey, if we can afford it, we'll try. If it's not like I got everything I wanted, you know? And I was thinking about this, and maybe I should stop and kind of take my own advice on this, because I was about to say, you're going to develop not the best values in this kid,
That's true. I didn't
right?
even,
That's not
yeah.
as a grown up, that's not really what's important
What
in
they
life.
value.
Like,
Well, and then a lot of times I see the kids grow up and they think that's what they need to buy.
yes.
So they buy way out of their means. You
Yeah.
know,
Yes.
they Gucci belts and it's just not. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, 19-year-old her could be applying for a credit card for the first time and then spending it all on one fucking bag on the first purchase, you know?
Yeah.
And those are the habits and values I think that this person's instilling in this little
How's she
baby.
living in that big old house?
Who knows? She only makes
$180 a week.
Yeah, and then she justifies her purchases by, well, we get our money's worth, and she wears them as much as she can. But it's like
Look at that dress.
She
It's
buys
like a
her Louis
wedding
Vuitton
dress.
and stuff like that too. Like,
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's not, but it's true. The values and stuff like that, like what you do, you teach her. If she's eating like terrible food, then you're teaching her clothes and like monetary stuff is more important than nutrition, right?
Right.
So
I guess so.
Or the other side of the coin is,
Yeah. Yes.
she is expecting that from the man she meets, that maybe like he needs to be
Oh.
well dressed and he needs to be giving her that
True.
stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, she puts it out there from day
That's how
one.
she
That's
needs to
true.
be treated. She needs
Okay.
the best stuff and don't accept anything less.
that's true. Man, are you worried? Is there anything like? Because I'm like, you have to think about all these things now, right? About your kid and like how your actions and how you live your life affects your kid. Louie and I don't have to right now, so
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, because I guess in theory I would say all that bullshit, but it was mainly kidding. But I also know me, and I was like, I would probably like dress the kid as best
For
I
sure
can.
you would. And I think it's super cute when people do that, you know?
But I think that's a slippery slope. Even now, as I'm talking about it and joking about it, I go like, "Fuck, man." Yeah, I was like, you have to be careful with that because you're raising a person. I know he or she is a baby now, but they're gonna grow up and be an adult, and they could be a douchebag too. So, and then I could be the one guiding them that way because of whatever you want, dude. Because that's how fucking life works. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it could be a disservice, I guess. So
It's tricky.
yeah. Anyways, so
Tricky
I guess
road.
I'll dress our baby bad.
Dude, you could style them with like fucking TJ Maxx. You don't have to have a hideous baby just because you're broke. Look at us.
All right.
Anyways, what else you got? You got the baby dollars and thing?
Well, do you want to do one? We're at 30
Sure.
minutes.
Oh, we're at 30 minutes? I did the story already. The blue man guy.
Okay.
Do I want to do the baby dollars? Is what you're saying?
No, I can do it. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh, we're ready.
Okay. The baby doll of the week is some guy that works at this trash processing center, and I don't know his name because they didn't give me his name. But you guys can take a look at the video here, and I'll just kind of describe it as it's going. There's
Okay.
a bunch of guys going through, I guess it's some trash processing center
Okay.
where they have to go through the trash. You see this guy on the right here
Mhm.
goes through the trash because he sees something's fishy about it, and he's not a lazy guy. And so he opens it up, boom,
Oh my God, is that a kitty?
and someone put a cat
trash.
in a bag sealed in the trash.
Oh,
Oh my God, you could see him being mad about it too. Like, what the fuck?
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so this guy basically saved the little kitty's life, and they named the kitten. And I'm going to try to read the name. I was trying to read it. The cat was named as Deputy Minister of the Animal Protection Department in Nature and Cyclical Economy Ministry of Ulyanovskov Region.
Whoa.
What?
Right. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read it again
Yeah.
because I'm reading it verbatim. I'm trying to.
Okay.
The cat was named as Deputy Minister of the Animal Protection Department in Nature and Cyclical Economy Ministry of Ulyanovsk Region.
Oh, he's a deputy.
Yeah. Also, I'm so glad we came up with a way better title for a good shit like this. Baby doll, dude.
Yeah.
Figure it out, whatever country this is.
And whoever that guy was.
Yeah.
So anyway, worker at the waste sorting plant trash place, you are the baby doll of the week.
There's growing up as a child that would speak both as a child of parents that would only speak Spanish.
He had a unique childhood.
Hold on, that would only speak Spanish for a long time, for a good part of my life, and then we would watch movies that I had seen in English, in Spanish. Sometimes the lack of creativity when they would rename the movies reminded me of that guy. So there would be one. Let me think of one. Let's just say The Sixth Sense, for example. They would name it something. The kid that finds out that everybody's dead, or that he's talking to a ghost.
Okay.
And I was like, what the fuck? Don't name it that.
Yeah.
They would name some
Gave it all
movies in
away.
Spanish would name the movie with the punchline or
the title of the
the
movie
title
is that
of the
long?
movie would be
Oh.
super long and then just giving the ending away.
like enough for J-Lo, like the woman that beat up her husband.
Yeah, or
But tried to get a restraining order,
Yeah.
but then she said, "What am I supposed to do with this piece of paper?"
yeah.
And it
Featuring
didn't work.
J-Lo.
So she learns kickboxing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I have a problem with when it comes to trailers in general.
Oh, God.
Yes.
We've been on a trailer frenzy right now, man.
But I usually don't like to watch them.
Okay, me neither. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. I'm like, babe, should we watch the trailer?
Yeah.
If we do, keep your finger on the trigger because
Mhm.
I just want to know about what it's about, like in
Yeah.
general. I don't need the plot twist.
Yeah. Make me wanna know more.
What's the last
Right?
good trailer you've seen?
The last good trailer that I've seen,
Yes.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't think it was good because it made me not want to see it, but we still saw the movie. When we first started going out, she was like, let's go to the movies. Yes, I was pushing for Joker. She was pushing for the Korean
Parasite.
film Parasite.
Oh, Parasite's way
And
better.
this is before.
Oh, that's actually.
They're both
It's-
good,
they're
but we
both
had.
good.
You had already seen Joker, and I was like, well, then let's watch something you haven't seen.
And I was like, but I know for sure that this is something you'll like, and I don't know if we'll like it together. The other one.
Oh,
But anyways.
it's not, and then I don't know what's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
exactly.
To us.
So she's all, let me show you the trailer. And then she shows me the trailer, and my choice was still the other movie because I was like, what?
it said nothing. That's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But that's the last trailer that
But you couldn't make a trailer that would even
No.
start to give away the movie Parasite because it's so crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt about it. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if I want to watch it.
But don't you feel also, as the guy taking her out to the movies, that if the movie sucked, it would be your fault that it sucked? Like that, it'd be like, oh, that movie sucked.
For the longest time,
Good
she would pick
fucking
all the
going.
movies.
Yeah, so like that's the thing. I was
And
like,
I
in
was
that
like,
case, it
one
would
day
be
I
my
gotta
fault.
pick.
Well, okay, to be fair, I gave you the choice, but I think I want to watch certain things more. Like, I think I'm more of a I've been waiting for this movie to come out type of thing. So I think that's the case. You haven't really been like, oh, I want to go watch this one.
I guess not recently, no. But I think I'm a movie guy in a different way.
I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying like to go to the movies.
Yeah.
It's not like you're like, I'm on the lookout for this one, you know?
No, not recently, no.
Yeah. So with that one, I think if you chose the movie, it's on you if it's a terrible movie. Like that one, I was like,
So you are saying
yeah.
that if he took you to the movie and it was a bad movie, it's kind of on Louis
if he
that
chose
he
it.
chose a shitty movie.
If he chose it, yeah, then
So
it's
that's
like,
probably why he didn't want to take you to Parasite, because he's like, look, Joker is in the bag. I know it's good.
Yes, I felt that, though.
This is right at the beginning. I don't want you to think that I'm a shitty guy that makes poor decisions, you know?
Yeah, she right now, she admitted it, that had I picked a shitty movie, it would have been on
It would
me.
have totally been on
So
you.
my decision, and I said it right now, it was like, I knew that Joker was going to be
It's a
a
safe
slam
bet.
dunk. It's safe, it's good.
yeah,
I
but
know she likes dark movies. She doesn't have a problem with horror. And I saw that it was a little dark, and I was like, it's right up her alley, I'm telling you. And she was like, no.
Hmm.
well, I was like, I've heard of Parasite. It's supposed to be pretty good. They don't show a lot of international films in theaters. Like, let's support.
But look, truth be told, I was happy with the choice. Because
So-
neither of us had seen it. It was a pleasant
I
surprise.
was like,
Did you
live
like
a little, man.
I loved
It's
it.
so
Oh, yeah, I
Dude,
fucking
all
loved
the
it.
Korean movies.
It's
Parasite, this,
Train to
there, and all.
Busan.
What is it called? That, now, and everywhere.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever it's
so
called.
good. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
The one where they have the plus and minus and triangle on their face, which wasn't a movie, but it was a series.
Oh, Squid Games.
Oh, Squid Game.
Dude, they're murdering it.
Yeah, they're doing a
Murdering
great
it.
job.
Yeah.
And
They're
then,
good movies.
but anyways, yes, I don't know, man. Do you typically pick the movies when you guys go out?
Oh yeah, good question.
Yes, and it always goes like this.
I feel
I
like
want
you
to
would.
see a movie.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to see the movie. She
Okay.
thinks it's going to be horrible, and then it's good.
Oh.
And time after time, I'm like, babe, I know you're not going to want this movie, but, and she's like, no, come on, let's watch a different movie. Now, we don't go out to the movies a lot, so this is typically at home.
Okay.
If we're going to the movies, we got to kind of agree. But at home, it's like, here comes the movie. It's like, I'm stopping on the thumbnail. I can already see her eyes rolling from right here. And you would think after 7 years that maybe she would trust me a little bit.
Yeah.
Still doesn't.
No. What was
Still
the last
doesn't.
one you guys that you were like?
The last one I watched with this Survivor show on Netflix called, I don't know what it was called, but it was like, it's a Survivor show where they set them down in Alaska and they have to survive. But it's like the Hunger Games where they come by on a helicopter and they drop supplies.
Is it like a loan or something like that?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think.
And then, but there's also like no rules, so they can like steal from each other.
Oh shit!
And be shitheads.
Okay,
it's pretty good.
Have you guys seen like Naked and Afraid? Like.
Oh yeah.
Well, so they have. Oh yeah, we all watched it one day.
We watched it at your old place.
My heart.
So I recently saw that they have a Naked and Afraid. You know, they do XL where they bring back competitors, and they're like
usually winners too.
Yeah. So sometimes, and then so I guess they have one that's like in the ice, like somewhere in the Arctic.
Okay.
And it's like never been done before because they're usually like in the Sahara or in a desert or like somewhere. So they're like
in Antarctica?
Yeah, like in the Arctic or something.
Wow.
And I think I haven't seen it and I just saw it like recently. I was like, Louis, we gotta watch this.
That's a good one.
Because are they gonna be fucking naked there too? It's called Naked and Afraid.
They gotta be naked.
So I'm like, how long are they gonna last?
Frostbite? I don't know. I mean, I'd be fucking.
That's just ice fishing and fire. I don't know. They gotta build an igloo.
And death?
Yeah. How do you start a fire out there? We're gonna have to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that does it for this week's episode. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys know anybody that put self-medicated and turned their skin blue, show them this episode.
If you guys know anybody that wants to play a children's game on a podcast, show them this episode.
If you guys know anybody that would rather dress their baby up in Louis Vuitton than pay their rent, show them this episode.
All right, guys.
All right, bye.